Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, today we are breaking down a huge shift in how you're going to use the internet. It's so fundamental that people are already calling it the agent wars. And look, this isn't science fiction. This is a quote about what's happening right now. The whole idea of us browsing the web, that's about to be history. Instead, AI agents are going to do it for us. So, two major players have just thrown their hats in the ring. These tools are incredibly powerful. They promise to do everything for you, booking your flights, even doing your work. But, and this is a big but, there's a major catch to all this convenience. All right, first up, let's talk about Google's agent. We're going to call it Jarvis for this explainer. Now, what makes this thing so formidable? Well, it's built right into the browser you're probably watching this on right now, Chrome. Okay, so here's the crazy part about how Jarvis works. It doesn't just read the text on a page. No, it actually sees the website visually, just like a person. You know how you see a big red Buy Now button? Jarvis sees that same button, recognizes what it is, and then clicks it. That's its secret sauce for navigating so smoothly. So to really put it to the test, it was given a task that we've all done, something that sounds simple but is actually kind of tricky. Find and book the cheapest flight to Tokyo. You know the drill. Multiple steps, annoying pop-ups, filling in all your info. And you have to see how it did. It just handled it. It blew right past the cookie banner, grabbed passport info securely from Google Wallet, and finished the entire booking from start to finish. Not a single error. Flawless. And the time? This is the kicker. 45 seconds. That's it. Because it's running right there inside Chrome, there's absolutely zero lag. It's not like you're watching a bot. It honestly feels like magic. Okay, so that's Jarvis. Now let's switch gears and look at our second contender, OpenAI's Operator. And this one, well, it takes a totally different approach to getting things done. So, unlike Jarvis, Operator doesn't live inside your browser. Instead, when you give it a task, it spins up a whole new virtual computer, way out in the cloud, and gets to work there. You basically just watch a live stream of it doing its thing. And this way of working has some really interesting upsides and some serious downsides. For this one, we gave it a task that's more in its wheelhouse. Not just clicking buttons, but some real heavy lifting. Research the top 5 competitors for a business, and then pull all their pricing into a spreadsheet. This is a job that requires digging deep. And wow, this is where Operator just shines. It went to 40 different websites to complete this one task. It was digging through complicated documents, even pulling data out of PDFs. Remember how Jarvis stayed on one site? Operator is a totally different beast. A true research powerhouse for sure. But there's a trade-off, right? All that power comes at a cost. It's just not smooth. You're literally watching a video of the bot working, and it feels kind of slow and clunky. It just doesn't have that wow factor, that magical, instantaneous feeling you get from Jarvis. So after you see all this incredible power, you gotta step back for a second. Because there's a huge question here, and I feel like nobody's really talking about it. Simple question. What's the price for all this power? What are we actually giving up to get this convenience? Well, the answer comes down to one thing: permission. The permissions you have to give these agents just to let them do their job. And there's a term for this you really need to get familiar with: autonomous permission. Let's be super clear about what this means. You are handing over the keys to your entire digital kingdom. We're talking your logged-in email, your home address, your credit card autofill, everything. And giving up those keys creates this massive security hole. It's called prompt injection. Think of it like this. A bad website can whisper a secret command to the AI agent, hijacking it and making it do something you never asked it to do, all without you even knowing. And please, don't think this is just some theory. It has already happened. A security researcher built a malicious website that successfully tricked Jarvis. The result? It bought $500 worth of gift cards using the person's saved credit card info completely behind the scenes. So what are security experts saying? Their message is simple, and honestly, it's pretty scary. Using these agents with full permissions is basically like walking around with your digital wallet wide open for anyone to grab. Okay, so wow, that's a lot to take in. It raises the big question, right? How can we actually use these amazing tools without completely exposing ourselves to these massive risks? Well, here's the user guide, the basic rules of engagement. It's pretty straightforward. If you're doing something simple like shopping or booking a trip, use Google Jarvis. It's fast, it's seamless. But if you're doing serious work or research, something that needs real brain power, you want OpenAI's Operator. It's just smarter for that kind of stuff. But listen, there is a golden rule here. The one thing you absolutely cannot forget, and it's this. Do not turn these things on, not even for a second, until you have secured your browser network. That is rule number one. Look, we are just at the very, very beginning of these agent wars. And it all boils down to this one massive question that we as a society are going to have to figure out, and soon. When something inevitably goes wrong, when a hack happens, who's on the hook? Is it you, the person who clicked yes on the permissions? Or is it the company that built the AI in the first place?